What's up, guys? Today we are picking up the Legacy Hammer after it's gotten some work done to it. One of the jobs of the holder of the Legacy Hammer is to continuously make the thing cooler, little upgrades, little things to make it more representative of what this hammer needs to be. So today we are at Kilmarnock Enterprises and we're gonna go in and see how this thing's looking. Here we are in am I saying it right? Kilmarnock?
Kilmarnock Enterprise.
Kilmarnock Enterprises with Jeff, his wife Sue.
Yeah.
And we are gonna go and see what great work they've done on the Legacy Hammer.
Yeah. A little bit so far, and we've kind of left the best part for last.
Oh, good.
For you to take a look at.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So this is our machine shop. The work here is strictly for industrial. So this really isn't really typically what we do, but for no limits, we're making it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Good. Good. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. On top.
Yeah.
And just ready for the engraving whenever.
Oh, cool. Hey, buddy.
This is Adam.
Oh, wow. Look at this thing. Oh, that is awesome. Wow. Way better. Way better. Yeah.
Adam's already machined off where it had Arm Wrestling Champion 2016.
Right.
225-pound division, I think it was at the time.
Yeah.
So that's all been machined off. And he's already got it programmed for the engraving. And get started if you want, Adam. And
Yeah.
take a look and see what you
Let's
got.
watch this. Can I get right in there?
Yeah, you can.
Cool. That's a great shop you got here. Hey.
Got 40,000 square feet. We do work strictly for industry, like the 3Ms, Royal Canadian Mint. Just manufacturing is what we look after.
So do you guys do any arm wrestling yourselves?
Just for fun. Just for over a few beers.
Just with Cody.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually Cody contacted me about a week ago maybe.
Yeah.
He said he could maybe sort something out, and then you know John also, John Milne?
Yeah. Yeah. And I went to school with his brother.
Oh, which one? Jerry?
Yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah.
That dude is hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, we really appreciate the opportunity to make it a little bit more special.
Oh, it's so cool. You know, this thing in, 50 years, it will have all the names of the greatest arm wrestlers on it.
Absolutely.
Right now, I mean, it's still quite young. I mean, this thing was created in 2017, and it's got a few names on there. It's changed hands a couple times, but I think that this trophy, or whatever you want to call it, it may end up being one of the most meaningful things in the sport, in time as it, grows and adds names, and people keep on doing stuff like this to it, making it even cooler.
Yeah, it's truly the Stanley Cup of arm wrestling.
It is, and it's the right-handed one.
Yeah.
Which everybody knows that's the arm that really matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So John and I were talking. We didn't really know what to put on it. Like, we just wanted to kind of define it better. So the R was a for sure.
Yeah.
Right-handed, just so there's no confusion. And what it was, what you guys erased off of it. I didn't think that held merit anymore. Now it's we'll see when it's done what's on there now, but
Yeah, and I think Michael Todd did a great job putting on the legacy quote.
I love that.
And but what you're going to add is, I think, just as cool.
Yeah, I think it's great. Very simple.
Yeah.
To the point.
Yeah. So right now he's machining the first pass. It's going to do 2 or 3 passes.
Depends how it looks. We'll gauge it as we like. See what kind of finish we want. The sample piece that we did was 6 thou down. This is 1.5 thou. So we may want to do 1, maybe 2 extra passes. And then we'll clean it up with some Scotch Brite afterwards to get the burrs off.
Yeah, super cool. Well, what is today? Today's Wednesday?
Yep.
So in 10 days it gets defended. And I'll bring it with me. So I am gonna fight for everything to hold on to this thing.
We know you'll bring it back.
Yeah.
It belongs in Canada.
It does. It definitely does. Yeah. Yeah.
And 2, underneath that R, there's a hole.
Yeah.
If you want, that can go inside,
Inside.
just to give it a little bit more power.
So what? You can move it?
Well, that is just bolted on there.
Ah.
Bolt it, underneath there's a hole. You can almost think of it.
Well, that's interesting. That sure is interesting. Is that hard to take off and on?
No?
Nope, takes 2 seconds.
So, like, for the next guy, would they be able to put something in it too?
Yep, absolutely.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, so here we have it. Held by the greatest arm wrestler on earth. Yeah, that's the goal of this whole hammer. One of the jobs as a hammer holder is you are supposed to, well, you're supposed to defend it, but you're supposed to bring it to the most worthy opponent that you can possibly find. So to be held by the greatest, I think this Saturday will be, oh no, not this Saturday, next Saturday, this will be even more true regardless of the outcome. And yeah, that's a great idea.
So,
Yeah.
buddy of mine gave me that, buddy of mine, Chris Darling, gave me that flag, and if you want it, Devon, it's yours. You're more than welcome to throw it in there.
Oh my God, that's great. That's great. You got a marker?
Yeah.
I'll just write a little something on there.
Great idea.
Yeah. Let me think. Can you hold this?
Absolutely.
And film me?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's
You
see.
tell me when to say go. Or go.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's already recording.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
You might have touched something.
Yeah. No, it's recording.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Let's just say for sport. For sport. Jeez, my writing is terrible. For sport. And then I'll try and make this last part more legible. Together. Together, stronger.
Awesome.
There we go. And we'll shove that in here. All right, let's throw that thing back on. Not too hard to do for guys in the future. You want to throw something in the old time capsule? Easy day. Now don't get any ideas, guys who are crossing borders. Don't get this thing in trouble.
Luby's there
Well,
with the bucks.
No, I don't think.
Buddy, thank you so much.
Right on. on,
This
buddy.
this is incredible. This is better than what I was even hoping for. The R is, I think it's so good. And what a great idea you come up with the flag inside there. I think this looks super great and super concise. So thanks for being a part of the Legacy Hammer.
You're very welcome. We appreciate the opportunity to modify it for you.
Wicked,
Awesome.
wicked.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it. That's all done. These guys were great. They did it for me on the house. They even hooked me up with some great swag. Their links in the description. You want to give these guys some business? That's awesome. I'll do a quick overview of what this hammer is, kind of how it was created again for those of you who don't know. So the Legacy Hammer was created in 2017. But I want to go back a few years before that. Arm wrestling is my favorite sport. And one of the things about arm wrestling is in the past, there have been many leagues. There's been the WAF, World Arm Wrestling Federation. Great event, still active today. There's IFA, which is now splintered off from WAF. There's WAL. There's PAL. Now there's King of the Table, East versus West, and many other independent promotions, which many athletes have their own personal reasons for attending or not attending, and there's great champions in every single one of those leagues. It was my feeling that when WAL was created around 2014, that there was a great chance for arm wrestling where it was maybe gonna be a league that could actually be the greatest for every athlete to attend. I thought that there was a good chance, and I know that I'm not alone. I thought that maybe this would be the league to be UFC for fighting, or the NBA for basketball. I thought that it would be the one. Who knows? It still may be. But in 2017, what happened is that dream was disrupted slightly. We lost the finals. And the idea was created to bring the hammers from the previous year anyways. That an event would happen regardless, because most athletes had booked their tickets and we were all going anyways. And at that point, the hammers would travel. Now, I offered up my hammer, and I actually ended up winning again that year. But the offer remained on the table for eternity. Thing is I ended up moving up in weight category after that. So my hammer was no longer being defended in the 225-pound class. And I do believe that this hammer has represented the only hammer, right-handed. And I do believe that the left-handed hammer, which is currently owned by Denis Saplenkov, is now considered the only left-handed legacy hammer. And so that's what these are. They're now considered the legacy hammers. And they're handed from champion to champion. They're not handed away in practice or, when people are messing around at the table. It's an organized event where a champion defends it against another champion. So, a little bit of history on this hammer. Names that have held it. And when I created it, I went back in time. And I know that everything's mirrored here. So let's see if I can figure this out. Marcio. Started with Marcio, then I went to John, and then I went to myself. And Marcio and John are because they were the original winners of the class. Fabulous names, totally deserve to be on it. I lost the hammer to Michael, and I got it back. One of the jobs of the legacy hammer holder is to make it a bit cooler, because right now what this is it is like we talked about, it will become the Stanley Cup. Legacy, the idea is not to live forever, but to create something that will. Great quote from Michael, he put that on there. So we've added the R to signify that this is in fact the right-handed hammer. And I've changed this that used to be like the 225 pound right hand division. It's not relevant. This has got nothing to do with that class whatsoever. This is an open hammer, and it is held by the greatest arm wrestler on earth. And I think that for the first time, that statement will no longer be arguable on the 25th of June. I think as of the 25th of June, the legacy hammer will undoubtedly be sitting in that person's hands, whether it's Levon or whether it's myself. And then from that point forward, regardless of the league that is pulled in, regardless of how it happens, this champion will sit with the greatest. Now, one of the things, you're supposed to make it better. I've left this on because it signifies, where the dream started from. It doesn't have to always be on there, okay? A champion comes along and wants to make alterations to his hammer. I'll leave it in the, it's not my hammer. Champion has rights to do with the hammer as they please. Make improvements, make it cooler. Anyways, hope you liked that little history lesson. It's freaking hot today. It's gonna be even hotter in Dubai. And I'm so ready to defend this thing. I'm so ready. I know he's the Titanic. I know he's Everest. And I know that I am the best I have ever been, unquestionably. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy to be stepping into this fight. See you soon, everybody. Stay massive.